How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Fatal Pro. I am man of the match. Now, this is the first round knockout stage, and I'm drawn against Patán from Argentina. If you want to see game 1 of this match, seeing as Patán was drawn at home, so we played leg 1 on his channel, link to his videos down below. First things first, we'll get the team out of the way for this episode. The vote at the end of last episode was Euro Classic Cole and Inform Smalling on one side, Team of the Season Alderweireld and Inform Moreno on the other side. The overwhelming winner was Euro Classic Cole and Inform Smalling, and they're in the team now. So we've got a complete team. All of the players are in around the man of the match, Kevin De Bruyne, and we're ready to take on Patán. Right, a few things to go to note before we go into this game. Unfortunately, because Patán's flight was delayed the day we played the game, we played the game at almost 1 AM my time. I couldn't live comment, although I intended to in the first place, but I couldn't live comment because I just wake the neighbours up, and it wouldn't be a good idea. So it's a post-com, unfortunately, but I will be doing some live comms in the future. Another thing to note, due to Patán being in Argentina and myself being in the UK, the latency for this game was incredibly high. It's not something I've ever experienced before, definitely something I should have prepared for, knowing that I was drawn against someone on the other side of the world, but it's one of them things. We'll get into. So here we are with leg 2 of our knockout game, and here's Patán's team. He's got a very solid team with based around man of the match, Alexis Sanchez, Benzema, Bale, Modric, Ramsey, De Bruyne, a mix of BPL and La Liga. And if you haven't seen the first game, I've linked it below, and it's obviously I've got a little bit of work to do if you've watched that game. And early on, again, same as the first game, there's a lot of delay. It's very difficult to make little dribbles and play precise passes, and Patán seems to have adapted that a lot better than me. I managed to get the ball wide right with Aguero, fluff the shot, nothing comes out of that. Patán's there down on the right with Juanfran. I don't cover him, I don't close him down as well as I could do. He gets in with the pass to Benzema. Benzema, little dribble around up my defenders, makes some space for himself, hits it across the keeper, and that's 1-0 on the second leg to Patán. Not the best defending. There wasn't a lot I could do at the time. I was just trying to get as many bodies as I can between the striker and my goal, but he made space for himself, and yeah, there's just an example of what was happening with the latency. I was trying to dribble around players, but it was just impossible. It was like turning a boat sometimes. It was pretty difficult. Benzema's through here, managed to play it across to Sanchez. Courtois does make the save, get it away with Sessegnon. Half time, only 1-0 down, even on possession. Only managed to get one shot on target, which is more than I managed in the first game. But see what we can do in the second half. Got a lot to do, but unfortunately for myself, Patán plays a great cross through to Bale. Bale nods over the keeper at the near post, and it's now 5-0 on aggregate. Not looking good at all, and really has got to try and save face and maybe just try and get a goal. Do I have to go all out for a goal, or I just shut up shop and try and keep the score as low as possible? But it is a good goal. I didn't pick up the run. As you can see, Bale's pointing for it, he's calling for it. I don't pick him up, I leave him unmarked, and it's a good goal for Patán. Next up, I managed to get the ball to Bale, little scoop on his left foot. He's not going to miss there. It's 3-0, and it's definitely game over now. I mean, if it wasn't game over after the first or second goal, it's got to be now. I mean, I'm getting absolutely demolished. There's nothing I can do to defend against these little scoops and dribbles because the defenders are reacting so slowly. I don't know if you've ever played with a team, played with such high latency, but it literally is like playing with a bronze team with no chem. It really is difficult if you're not used to it at all. He manages to get the ball with Alexis on the edge of the area, dribbles around a little bit trying to find an opening. De Bruyne passing it around, little turn, hits the post, then gets the rebound, plays it into the goal. I mean, it's just not going for me at all. 4-0 down now. My defenders were so slow to react. I got a free kick about 25-30 yards out. I thought, well, I've lost, so I might as well put Harry Kane in it and go for a lol. But even with the latency, I don't get enough power in it. Only 3 bars, and heads it. Doesn't even make the line. Tried to hold it up a little bit. You can see just my frustrations building. Just finding it difficult to dribble around players, not reacting as quick as I'd like. Eventually play the pass, it goes nowhere. It just sums the game up for me, really. He gets the ball down the left with Sanchez, plays it across to Sergio Ramos, who's there for some reason, the 88th minute. Makes it 5-0, it's 8-0 on aggregate, 8 goals without a single reply. So in the last few minutes of the game, I just go all out and just try and get a goal. Get the ball Van Nistelrooy deep, who's sitting deep. De Bruyne through to Aguero. De Bruyne makes another run beyond. Hits it, keeper's near post. I was trying to play it across the keeper, but near post OP, I guess. And yeah, a bit of a celebration there. It's more just a relief than anything else. I managed to score a goal. That's the end of the game. Thoroughly demolished. So that marks the end of Pro Man of the Match Fatal for me. Disappointing to go out with a game with such high latency. I mean, it didn't make the most interesting game for either of us, but it is what it is. That was the draw. Wish Patán the best of luck for the rest of the tournament. He's a thoroughly nice guy, and wish him all the best. Again, I'll link his channel down below. Despite the end result, I've thoroughly enjoyed making these videos for YouTube. It's my first ever series that I've done, and I'd like to think that it's got a little bit better as it's gone along. It started off being an incredibly nervous experience, but getting used to it a little bit now, and I'm looking forward to getting a lot more done for 17, a lot more gameplay, a lot more squad builders, hopefully some collabs, everything, anything you guys want to throw at me. Best of luck to all the guys still left in the competition. I'll be following it keenly and seeing how everyone else does. Massive thanks to Bateson for inviting me into the series. And if you've enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you haven't subscribed already, if you could subscribe, it'd be much appreciated. Gamescom's next week. Hopefully we'll see some FUT 17 news there. So until then, thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.